This podcast is sponsored by One Gutter Guard, the premium gutter guard that delivers the highest performance, quality, and value to your customers. From its different mesh filters to its unibody construction, One Gutter Guard can be the difference maker in your business. Are you interested in becoming part of the exclusive dealer network? Contact them today at onegutterguard.com or just give them a call. Now back to our show. Hey, good morning, everyone. Good morning. Grant Hubbard here, Gutter Growth, just giving you some goods about the Gutter Summit. I did have a guest today. Something came up, no biggie. We like to be able to pivot, but hey, what a special morning. I'm here live from Times Square. I was going to go downstairs and actually do it from Times Square, which is, let's see if I can get it good. There it is. The one and only Times Square. We got where the there's, if you can see 2024 above the M&M, so it's right there is the ball that normally drops. So Lisa got us a nice little spot right here for a couple of days of relaxation. A lot of people might say, why would you go to the city that never sleeps to get some sleep? We all have our own ways, but what a gorgeous view. And it's brought a couple things up to my mind that, we could talk about this morning. I'm not going to take up a lot of your time. First and foremost, we just want to always appreciate everyone's support. It has been fabulous, to say the least, the way that all of this has just taken off and the way the industry has been supporting us. And most importantly, the way that our members are growing. Everybody says, oh, I'm so proud of my guys. Everybody on my team is winning, all that stuff. But the truth is these guys that are in Gutter Growth, I think we're at 48 members now, if I'm not mistaken. Crazy things are happening in their business. And it's not just because of me and Tim and Corey and Tina and Chris Dabrowski. Like, it's because of the other members in the group combined with us. There's something pretty powerful about going out and practicing. I like to use sports metaphors. Going out and practicing every single day on the court. Like, you're going to get good versus not practicing at all, right? So let's make a little scenario here where we're going to just talk basketball. You really want to be great at basketball. Like, that's your life's mission. And let's take just up this way to the other side here, maybe in Brooklyn or, somewhere in Manhattan. And these young guys and gals, older guys and gals, they grab the ball, they get their shoes on, they lace up, and they go out and they just shoot. And they shoot. And they shoot. And they get their own rebound. Like, that's a lot of work. And you are going to be better than me if I just sit here with my nice view and I don't go ball. But what if there was other people to play with? And not only what if there was other people to play with, but what if those people showed up for you every single time? And now every time you grab your bag and you say, bye, Ma, or later to your wife, I'm going to hoop, I'm going to reach my goals and my dreams, that those same people were at the court every single time. And the next thing you know, you're a part of a team that has structure. And you thought you had a good jumper. You thought you had a good three. And maybe you do. But maybe someone said, hey, tuck your arm a little bit more. Do it like this. And next thing you know, you started to have a higher shooting percentage. Maybe you thought that your defense was good. But then there was this other guy who showed you, maybe how to get a little lower and open your arms. And the next thing you know, your defense got better and better. How do you know how good your defense is if you're not playing against somebody else, if you're not comparing? And then on top of all of that, I'm going to take it one step further. And here's the meat on the bones. Go back to the guy who goes out and, he practices 7 days a week, every morning, 2 hours. He's down in Yonkers and he's just shooting. He's shooting. And he's pretty damn good. But what if we injected a coach and we started to track his makes and his misses and where he was really good at shooting from and where he wasn't? And then after many practices, all of a sudden he knew he could count on his coach to say, I like you shooting from here. Your best percentage shots are from here. Your best percentage layups are from the left, even though you're right-handed. Hey, you're just not a free throw guy. Let's not get you to go to the free throw line. Or, hey, you are a free throw guy. Let's make sure you big body on the way in and you start to catch some fouls on the way in, because you're going to knock down all your free throws and you might get some and ones. And maybe in the gutter industry, that's an additional work order. And you train your guys to be able to have more supplies on their truck and write up jobs at a lower cost to you. I mean, I could go on and on for days. I am a coach. I'm here. I'm available. My team is here and available for you. And we're making ourselves available for you at the Gutter Summit, October 9th through 11th. And so we got some questions here, but I want to talk a little bit about that. Hey, what's going on? Good morning, everyone. Justin, he says, yes, I love the support I have with the squad. I have grown some great relationships with some of the guys. And I think that is really, really the strong suit here. I don't want to just take all the credit. I'll take some credit. Tim can take some credit. I mean, our coaches and mentors, like, we put our heart and souls into this thing. This is a lot of work. I mean, we're hitting you guys left and right with all the jabs and all the punches. We want you to come to the summit, meet us personally, get to know this right here. Get to know this and understand that this and this are working together. They're really working together. Good morning, Tim. My buddy Tim getting some much deserved relaxation this morning. He's probably not. Who knows? This guy is just like the hardest. Oh, Tim. Tim works insanely hard. I don't know how he does it, but I'm truly, truly inspired by it. And you guys would probably want him working for you. And what I mean by that is, like, if he's got your back, it's a insane amount of back that he's got for you. I'm just trying to keep up here. Good morning. So good morning, Tim. And let's listen. I don't want to beat around the bush here. A lot of people are wondering, how did we get this together? Oh, look, we've got a question. What inspired you to join Tim in Gutter Growth, and how has it evolved since you've joined? That's a big question, because I'm a big guy. I'll try to give you the short answer, but I like to give everyone, like, I think I'm deep. Maybe I'm not. I don't know. But in short order, what inspired you to join Tim in Gutter Growth, and how has it evolved since you've joined? Okay. I've been doing coaching, I don't know how long, but let's say like official coaching, probably around 8 years. I've been taking calls from other gutter businesses when I've worked at this current business that I'm at now, the one before. I'd say the last 5 different gutter business, or the last 5 years has been a little bit more outward facing, customer facing coaching, availability. And then for probably 3 to 4, maybe even 5 years before that, I was doing a lot behind the scenes. Tim called me originally and told me about Gutter Growth. I don't remember specifically what his intentions are. And I'm not saying I was above maybe him approaching me to see if I needed that support as well. I don't really think that's what that first conversation was. He reached out and said, like, hey man, I'm starting this program. I want to continue to give back. He had already been giving back. You know, Tim was somebody that's always been really, really, really helpful on all of the chats. Similarly to myself, we just try to, imperfectly answer questions. And so when Tim, long story short, when Tim called and said, hey, I'm starting Gutter Growth, this was like 1.5 years or 2 ago. I can't remember specifically. Here's kind of what I'm thinking. Here's what I'm going to do. And is that something you might like to be a part of? And I don't know if it was, at the time, I don't believe that it was an ownership. I think maybe he was probably looking for me to maybe help do some coaching or mentorship or something. That's a great question for Tim. But I think I know his heart, and I think that was the intention, right? And lo and behold, I started to watch him introduce this program to the community, and uh, I was just ready. And the conversation changed. He called me, I don't know, 6 months or a year later, and said, "Hey, I've got an offer for you. I want to do this together." And he had already been doing it. So Tim is the founder. He'd already been doing it, but he said, "I think, just he just was upfront. Tim's really a blunt guy. I want you on the team. I want to partner with you. Let's do this thing together. I think this makes the most sense." Essentially, I mean, the guy moves quick. He sent a contract over. It was done. And here we are. We're partners in this. And, I don't want you guys to not be aware that there is two other just as amazing, if not more amazing partners that we have. Let me introduce them. John Majak. There's so much to say about him, so I'm just going to say his name. I think that's the best part about a guy like that is if you don't know John, you should. And if you do, you understand. And then there's John DeLue. Those two guys are best friends. And Johnny D stands on business, period. And he's not as customer facing, maybe, as John Majak or me and Tim. But so John Majak and John and John our own pipeline. Right. And so they already have the biggest serve and serve. So these guys, anyway, me and Tim are out in the front. These guys are a little bit more out in the back. We couldn't do it without all four of us. And not to mention, while I'm introducing the team, we have Angelica, who is mine and Tim's executive assistant. We have Odie, who is our Go High Level pro. These two girls work in, creating all this platform stuff for us, all of our advertising, our entire menu. They work on our website, you name it. I mean, just the day-to-day tasks of, these lovely emails and text messages you guys get from us that, businesses just have to do. And I don't know how deep I should go into the roster, but there's a lot of support. I mean, Abby is the basically executive assistant to John and John, and she is phenomenal. And she helps Odie and Angelica. We all just we have priorities and we attack them, and we have accountability to each other. And those girls hold us accountable. And then let's not forget January. We have brought January on, and she is also a Go High Level pro at the highest level. And I'm just going to say this about January. She's coming. If you don't know her, I get it. You're like, who's this? You're going to. We're doing something in the industry because we want to change it. And when you want to change something, when you want to change a relationship, when you want to change your business, if you own a restaurant, you want to change the menu. These things aren't just going to happen overnight. It's just not going to happen overnight, but you have to push. And so, there's 4, 8, let's just say Gutter Growth. And then there's Tina Hart, there's Christopher Dabrowski, and there's Michael Corey J. I don't even know if we're 10, 11, or 12 deep, but how strong, I don't think you can deny if you're in the gutter industry. You got to know how strong of a group that is, that unity. And we're still putting all the pieces together. So look for it. We've been working on the summit, which means we have absolutely not stopped growing at Gutter Growth, but we're doing an event. We don't necessarily have an event planner. We've pulled this off. The website's out. The agenda's out. The partnerships are out. The speakers are coming. The vendors are, all lined up. I believe all of the spots are full. There may be 1 or 2, spots left. And we have more room. Like for vendors, if you're interested, definitely reach out to us. There's a million ways that you could let people know about your product at our event. But our event isn't necessarily just about telling people about products. Let's dive into the next question. Well, Mr. Red Text, let me just tell you how it's evolved since you've joined. Since I've joined, I'm just here and I'm not going anywhere. And the level of support that I offer to my clients and to my non-clients, if you haven't experienced it, I would encourage you to experience it. Experiencing Grant, a conversation with Grant, doesn't cost you any money. And it doesn't end up costing you any money when you need me again in 90 days or in 6 months or in 1 year. I told my partners the other day, we were having kind of a deep conversation about, as any partnership should, like, what's our vision? Where are we going? And I consistently remind my guys, I'm here to change lives. The gutter stuff is fun and cool, and it just happens to be like the bridge for me to get to meet people and be there for guys when they're stressed out, be there for people when they need moral support. I just like being here for people. So I think if you add someone like me to a team like I just introduced, there's some real deal stuff happening. Man, we got a lot of questions popping up here. Let's see what we've got. My fabulous wife. Good morning, Lisa. She's probably out here somewhere shopping or doing something. I don't know, but I know she left me alone to do this. But thank you very much, my beautiful, beautiful wife. Like, who you are is what makes me who I am. And I love you so very much. And I love the support that you give me. And I'm just honored. And thank you for bringing me here. This was a surprise, guys. I didn't really know about it till last minute. I'm working hard, man. Your girl's got to take care of you. And she does that very well. Let's go in here. Huh. Okay. I'm not going to beat around the bush. I'm a guy that will not beat around the bush. Darren, I'm going to take your question next because I got to swallow on that a little bit. But what course offerings can we expect at the summit? You guys look for by Monday. I believe the update's out. Don't hold me to it. This isn't as easy as it looks. We act with imperfection so that we can just keep pushing. The who, not the how, is what it is. It's a great book. Kip's reading it. I haven't read it, and I see some other people are reading it, but that's how we act. Of course, we've been talking about there's going to be some custom miter training, but there's going to be beginner training as well, too. And, listen, you can only train guys so much at an event, but I can promise you by next year and the year after, the type of training that we're going to be offering is going to continue to grow as we figure out how to make it sustainable. How do we build houses, or what houses do we use, and do we offer tools? And so we're really taking this onto the level of training, but there's going to be marketing support, like breaking down marketing, not just, hey, you need to market, you should do this. No, we're going to tell you how and why and who to use and what the best techniques are from literally the best in the industry. We're not going to sugarcoat it. We're going to give it to you. Sales training on multiple different levels. The easy sales, the harder sales, the tying the customers down, the great follow-up, the continued follow-up, the why we want a yes or a no, not a maybe. Like, that is what is going to be huge. We're going to have an introduction. I don't know how you say it. Introduction to AI prompt use, so that a lot of people now are using AI, and so there needs to be a little course. Jason Sadowski, what's the difference from GutterCon? I'm not really going to touch on that personally. That's not. Listen, I don't want to turn this into a complete battle or war. My program, I'll tell you one difference that I'm comfortable. And this is me pulling out the shotgun right now, not at GutterCon, but to the gutter industry. I'm in the industry. I'm actively running a several $million business. Tim has bought and sold his business, actively running one of the most professional copper gutter companies as well in chop and drops, at least on the entire East Coast. That thing was wildly successful. And then you've got Michael Corey J in our program. And now I'm talking a little bit more gutter growth. But gutter growth is the gutter summit. And so the active amount of actual business owners running at a very high level, putting this together for you differently, I think is what differs us from GutterCon. GutterCon, I think, is a great program. I think if that's what you're looking for. But you're probably going to have to come to them to find out what the difference is. But we're going to be offering more hands-on training. Another difference that I know from being there is that we're at a much more intimate event. Every single person at the Georgian Terrace is going to be there for the Gutter Summit. Every time you bump into somebody, they're a gutter person. So that like networking is going to be just slightly different. But by no means do I want this to turn into a pissing match about GutterCon. Like who's better, who's worse, who's this. And I'll give you an example why. When you come to any convention, there's competition. Now, if you want to call competition, that's up to you. And I'll give you a great example to everyone listening and hearing this. I coach my biggest competitor in Austin. We're not competitors anymore. We're friends. Tyler, he owns Advanced Seamless Rain Gutters, RGS. I think I said that right. He's in our coaching model, and we're friends. We hung out. Elmer came down from Indiana. We all go and have lunch. Like, we're growing together. And that's what my whole mission is at Gutter Summit. So I don't care what anybody else is doing. I'm going to be doing it with my team the best, period. So if you want the best, if you just want the best, that's what we're offering. And that's my final answer to that. Looks like we're going to have like a pretty tough morning here, but let's dive right in. Why is Frank Hannigan such an a-hole? I don't know. That would be a great question for Frank Hannigan. I don't have any comment on that. I'm just reading the questions out loud. I think that there's a million a-holes out there. Some people are lovers. Some people are givers. Some people are takers. Some people are a-holes. Some people aren't. We need a little bit of everyone in our lives, right? And so your words, not mine, but I don't know why that guy is such an asshole. I really don't. Can you talk about the importance of networking within the gutter industry and how the Gutter Summit facilitates these connections? Wow. Bam. Robert Smith. He's actually going to be there running a course. I don't know why I'm having a tongue twister this morning, but it's an introduction to AI. It's going to be the first course. Hold on, Rob, before I answer your question, I want to reiterate to you guys that this is a 3-day event. The courses start around 1 p.m. on Wednesday. We have some light courses for you Wednesday afternoon. I'm not saying don't feel obligated to get in there and learn, but for you guys, which is starting to be quite a substantial amount, thank you again so much for everybody that has already purchased tickets and gave a commitment of support to us. You can show up noon on Wednesday, get your bags off to the hotel. I believe that you can check in at 1. We'll probably bump that up a little bit. We'll see, but don't hold me to it. But get to the hotel if you can, 12:30. Get settled, get a drink, get them your bags, get them in your room. All of the rooms are suites. And I'm not going to say that they have this specific view, but they all have an amazing view. All the rooms. You're not just looking at like another building. So the importance of networking within the gutter industry and how the Gutter Summit facilitates these connections. Yeah, we almost demand it. Like, here I am in another city and state. Here I am in another city and state. So here I am in another city and state. And here I am in another city and state. We're moving around. I don't know if you guys paid attention to Tim Crouch. This guy was everywhere before when I wasn't moving around much. And John Majak around, moving around. We're moving around. We're creating the introductions. We're not sitting on the field going, pass the ball to me, pass the ball to me. Hey, I'm over here. Kick the ball to me. I'm wide open for a goal. We are strategically placing people all over the field that if you need support, we're there. If you need someone to pick and roll, we're ready to pick. If you need someone to stop that defender, if you need someone to pop the QB, if you need someone wide open for the reception to make the touchdown, you need someone to help give you that assist so you can kick the goal from, midfield, just over top of the goalie's outstretched arms. That's who and what Gutter Summit is, and Gutter Growth, and these coaches. Like, it's big stuff we're doing over here. It's very, very big stuff that we're doing over here, and we're doing it for you guys. Now, mind you, I still currently run a gutter business intentionally. I like my job. I like the culture. I own companies and I'm an employee. I love working with Kip and Brooke Keppel over at the Brothers That Just Do Gutters in Austin. Currently, we're ranked number 1 in production and sales in the entire Brothers Gutters franchise. If anybody wants to know, that's the level that I run at. It's the level that my team runs at. That's the level of type of people that I'm around. $3 million in your third year, $2.5 million in your second year, $1.5 million in your first year. Living it, not just coaching it. This isn't a smoke show. This isn't like, oh, let me tell you how to do gutters, but I don't actually really, I tinker with gutters. How can you tinker with gutters and then coach people at the highest level? There's a lot of people doing it. I don't get it. It's important to come make connections. I'll give you an example of a connection. So like you're running a seamless gutter business. Maybe you're in your 10th year, maybe you're in your 20th year, but maybe you've been getting robbed on your material pricing and you're not the best negotiator. Well, what's funny is, Grant can make a phone call for you. I don't care who your supplier is and say, hey, listen, this guy's part of a little bit of a bigger network. This network is growing. And I think that it would be important to your longevity as a supplier, not that we could shut people down, but to continue to offer you customers if you did something for this gentleman. It's that simple. We do that in the background. I can't guarantee everyone's going to get a crap ton of money off, but that is what we're doing. And we are helping people. And there's 8 members that can testify to what's happening in gutter growth, and what's going to happen at the summit is like the dessert. I promise you. I absolutely promise you. Listen, everybody says, oh, this event's going to change your life. This event's going to change your business. This event's going to change your mindset, your heart. I don't know what this event's going to do other than just give you wisdom like you haven't had before, along with that other list of things. Darren, I was scared. I was like, what's this guy's next question going to be? Nice work, guys. Teach the young guys the proper way to conduct themselves in business. Listen, there is all fun and games in the gutter industry sometimes, right? There's been some fun, and there's been some weird stuff that's happened. Like, shit, who cares? Let's go. I'm up for anything. I'm here to play if you want to rock and roll with me. I'll just tell you that. Like, and I mean in the coaching industry, like, I'm here to play if you want to rock and roll. If you want to coach, or you want to be a coach, or you want to start off as a mentor, or you want to talk facts, real deal stuff about seamless gutters, I'm here. Like, take advantage of me. My phone number's all over online. Like, just reach out to me or DM Tim or hit up one of the guys in our group and like find out if this stuff's like the real hot sauce. If you're looking for something spicy, this is going to burn you up. David Moya. Good morning, David. Thankful for what you guys are doing. It's been helpful connecting us with Ryan from RG Exteriors. Yes. Looking forward to growing in the industry. That's awesome, David. So it was very cool. You needed some support. And if I'm not mistaken, you got some training. And Ryan, who is just a really good friend of mine, a really wild, passionate veteran friend of mine who likes taking people's heads off, and he just as much likes helping people. If you don't know Ryan from RG Exteriors, or you can get maybe past what you think he might be, this dude's top notch, man. He's a really nice guy. And although he's not officially a part of our team, the guy's a part of our team, man. That dude's family with me for sure. So see what we got here. Teamwork makes the dream work. Yeah, like, just to say it again, if you're just hopping on, if you want to hop into a coaching program that has 10 people working for you, I'll be up front. Our price is $997 a month. And you got 10 people working for you. So we want to break that down. Do you not think that I'm worth $100 a month? Access to me is not worth $9.99. This bottle of water here in New York was $12. So basically, if you got to talk to me, anyone in the industry, and I've talked to thousands of you, that I've given 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 minutes to, that I'm not worth this bottle of water to you in the gutter industry, I'm not hurt. We just didn't have a long enough conversation. I'm not a salesman. I'm a helper. I'm here to help. So again, you watch this live, and right now we're getting thousands of views on these things. My name's Grant Hubbard. Reach out to me. Let's see if we can't grow together. I'm not a know-it-all. If you ask me a question, I will have the answer. But I'm not out here just forcing my information on people or talking over people or belittling people or just saying crazy, weird stuff. I think my reputation, people understand that, like, I just know what I'm talking about. Who's this right here? Tim, does anyone know a giver bigger than Grant? Boom. That's what I do. Matter of fact, I'm going to give you something right now. If you are interested in coming to the Gutter Summit and you want to give us 15 minutes of your time, how do I put this? Yeah, 15 minutes of your time. I want to have you speak with our assistant, January, and we'll put you in a running for a free Gutter Summit ticket. How about that? I don't know. And now it's recorded, so we'll go back, we'll watch it, we'll put something out. But we're going to give away a free Gutter Summit ticket if you give us 15 minutes of your time. We'll put you in a drawing. The drawing will be real. Speaking of drawings, we partnered with Spectra Gutter Systems on this whole thing, and we're going to give you away a free gutter machine. A free gutter machine. Hey, you guys that aren't in the business, come check us out at the Gutter Summit. If you buy a ticket, we're going to do a drawing. It'll be at the summit live. I don't like when people do, we're giving a giveaway, and then you never see like the actual drawing, and you never hear of a real person that won it, like bragging around town that they just won something. This is real. Spectra gives these machines away. If you follow Spectra, it's all over their social media, and the people who win them are real people. Come win a gutter machine at Spectra. Now, everyone's not going to win a gutter machine, but everyone is going to win that comes. I promise you. Thanks, Tim. I do like to give. I love giving. I love giving. I love giving. We got a lot of, let's see what he says. Was that info supposed to be out already? I don't know what the info is, but yes, Robert's going to be there speaking. I think that's what he's talking about. The agenda is out. The agenda is out. If we don't have it out, like customer facing yet, look for it Monday or something, but the agenda is done. It's out. Everyone that's going to be there, the agenda is full. It is strong. It starts Wednesday at 1 p.m. all the way up until the 6 p.m. registration or whatever I'm not I'm gutter coach, about the best with all the words. Come on down, have some fun, have some drinks, get checked into your beautiful suite. Send the wife or the kids off to go see the Lion King at the Fox Theater across the street. We are not in downtown Atlanta. We're not setting you guys up in the hood. This is in beautiful Midtown. Perfect strolling weather. Go walk. Look at some shops. Do some shopping. Or don't. Keep your wives in the rooms. Don't need to spend any more money. You want to be down on the vendor floor spending your money. That's where I would spend my money, because the vendors are going to have amazing deals. If you haven't been to an event like this, I'm going to use an example. I'm going to call somebody out really quick. Adam is in our group. In the last event, he was over there grabbing 10% off of, a $10,000 or $20,000 bulk order. I know. Grant has to come over and mess it all up and demand another 5% off for my boy. So if you're buying stuff from vendors, I'm a giver, and I'm going to give it all to you. If you're at the summit, or you're thinking about coming to the summit, and you want an extraordinary deal, and I mean a real extraordinary deal, not like, hey, we're giving 5% off to everybody at the summit, but you're getting 10% off at your local. No. Come find me. Drag me by my ear, my collar. Come on, Grant, help a brother out. Get me over to the vendor with you. I'll make something extraordinary happen for you. I promise that. You want extraordinary deals? Just fill out some paperwork. We'll get this stuff delivered to you. You need payment plan to come to the summit? We got payment plan for you. Some people are investing their money so heavily right now that they need to just make a couple payments. We got it for you. David, yes, absolutely solid guy. Listen, if you put grow in capital letters here on the chat, we're going to offer you 10% off. We're going to offer you 10% off. If you need to have a conversation a little bit deeper about why you might want to come change your mindset with us in Georgia, October 9th, 10th, and 11th. The VIP on Wednesday, when we take off and go to Spectra in some buses, don't miss out on that. There's only 75 of those tickets, and there's maybe half left. Like, that's been the hottest seller 100% already. So that's let's see what we got here. I don't want to miss questions. I hate. Totally understand. Just genuinely curious. Listen, I love curious people. I'm very curious myself. So I like people that give up straightforward answers. I'm going to just go back here real quick. What's the difference? Yeah. Some things are wildly the same and some things are wildly different. And I can only speak on stuff I have control on. That'd be like me asking you, what's the difference between your gutter company and my gutter company? Probably have different gutter companies, but they're both, stuff is what it seems. And sometimes things aren't always what they seem. I'm just trying to be as just focused and centered on Gutter Summit and really helping my gutter growth members. I do give to everyone in the industry, but the most important people right now are my BG family. We've got a massive Brothers Gutters family around the country. That's really important stuff to me. My gutter growth clients, man, that's really important stuff to me. But God first and family, water, gutter growth, Gutter Summit, and maybe this awesome hat. I'm joking. Gotta have a little bit of fun. Let's see who we got. Brandon, my man, got your tickets. We saw that come through. We appreciate it. Listen, guys, I'm not going to give you the life-changing spiel, the business-changing spiel, the emotional spiel. We're going to be running Thursday morning. You want to know something cool? You're sitting back on your couch today, Saturday morning. You're being a little lazy, maybe. You deserve it. You worked hard all week. You guys know I'm all about breaks. Let's just take a look again really quick here. I got to do it. Like, my wife's so awesome for picking this. Times Square right there. What a view. And this is all possible from nonstop working. Uh-oh. That was me. I pushed a button. That was all possible from just working. Things are starting to really pay out. Like, I've just learned, and I'm learning from like my coaches. Being involved in other masterminds. There's a lot of good stuff out here for you guys. There's a really solid amount of information. Let's see if I don't know that I have any more. Timmy so I don't put the questions up. I mean, yeah, I'm a giver. See if I can think of anything else to give away. I will do this. I'll do another giveaway. I mean, I can do what I want, right? In charge of myself. I'll give away one free ticket, general admission. I'm going to start a competition. I'm going to tell you what it is right now. I'm going to just dive in here to the exact hashtag. And I want you guys hashtag, where do I find Gutter Summit tickets. That's where do I find Gutter Summit tickets, plural at the end. Whoever comes up with the best, if you haven't seen it, check it out. Go dig. It's going to save you some good money. Me and a couple other guys, and mainly Robert Smith. We've got so much. But Drew did some. I mean, we got a handful of people that have been doing it. So I'm ready just to announce it. Free Gutter Summit tickets to whoever comes up with the best little 30, 40-second social media skit of someone popping out off of a roof or the side of a gutter or parachuting from the sky. Hey, do you know where I can get tickets to the Gutter Summit? If you haven't seen one of these skits, go check out my reels on my Facebook. And I think it was the last post I made. And tag me in it. You have to tag me in it, and you have to hashtag whatever it was I said. Where do I find Gutter Summit tickets? Whoever does the best one, I'll announce it 30 days before the event. We'll do one free ticket. Come on. I hope everyone has an absolutely fabulous and safe Saturday. We appreciate you. We value you. My brothers and sisters here, you know I always throw something out here. Man, I love you guys. I really do. I wouldn't be where I'm at without the support of this entire industry. You don't just get to wake up and say, hey, I'm going to be the coach. I'm going to be an influencer. I'm going to change lives. I'm going to take phone calls from every single gutter person on the entire planet because that's what's happened. And I wouldn't change it. You couldn't pay me to change it. I love the industry. On the last note, we love the industry so much. And if you don't know, and it's not because of me, but I was a part of it, Google will now let you call yourself a gutter company, not gutter cleaning. So we're making strides. The industry's changing. The big tech companies are noticing something. Keep up the good work. It takes an entire team. You guys have a blessed Saturday. Get those hashtags out, make those reels, do those posts, share those posts, and get your tickets to the Gutter Summit at guttersummit.com. That's where you can find Gutter Summit tickets. Y'all be well. Oh. I got one other thing. I just got one last thing. I have to do this. I'm a big kid at heart, and if you don't know me, this is the difference to the questions you're asking. 2024, baby. I'm going to Undertaker all the competition. Let's do it.